How's it going? Welcome back to episode 18 of the Water and Time podcast. I'm your host today, Will, joined by the lovely Alan. How are you doing, Alan?
That's our opening theme. It's very catchy, very catchy. I'm doing fine, man. The week's been busy. I've been focusing on my health, like just taking care of my eyes more, making sure I stay hydrated. I've been drinking a lot of water, like a lot of water. They say 8 cups is like the standard a day.
Yeah, 64 ounces, right?
I'm on that 10 cup, dog. I'm on that 10 cup. Drinking water all
you
day,
might be
every day.
pissing like a bitch. No, are you peeing a lot then for that?
I am pissing like a light, gentle lemon.
Nice, dudes.
Very light.
Very light, very light.
Very
Nice.
healthy looking. Do you
you know the color here?
do you look at your toilet paper after you use it?
Of course. Who doesn't?
Oh,
Of course.
okay.
Of course.
Wait. So I used to, but I don't anymore because when I wipe, right, I just put it in the toilet. So I
You
don't
should always put it in the toilet.
Yeah, so I don't look at it anymore.
But how do you know when you're done?
How do I know when I mean, well,
Like, how do you know if you got all of it?
the feeling.
The feeling. Do you just risk it? You can
No, it's the
feel
feeling.
that, dog?
It's like when
I can't feel that.
it's like when you wipe, then you know, like, hey, is it like slimy still, or is it pretty dry?
Yeah, you know if you got a lot, but I feel like you can definitely get some residual that you can't feel. I don't like. Do you ever spot at all?
yeah. Sometimes if I feel like it's super slimy, but most of the time it's pretty like.
Well, so I'm
pretty
also
clean.
we have a bidet out here, so I use a bidet a lot. So it's a lot like nicer because of that. So I only usually do one wipe, and it's mainly to dry actually.
Did Japan get you bidet pilled?
Maybe it was Japan. I think it was also I was actually with my family in Europe too, and they have a lot more bidets. But their bidets are separate. Like they have a whole separate toilet thing. Like next to the toilet, it's a bidet. Whereas Japan, you have more of like the bidets toilet
installed.
seats. Yeah. So you have a separate machine that's actually bidet next to the
So
toilet.
do you move your butt to?
Yeah, you gotta fit. Yeah, get up and move, dog. Yeah. The European way is different.
Wait, that's kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a risky game. It's a risky game, dude. It's a risky game.
The EU is far behind the Asian way of bidets.
Well, so now, we got a bidet. I got my parents one a few years ago, and we have a nice one too now. And
well, how does it?
And I'm like pretty scheduled. It's like when I wake up, first thing I usually do.
Yeah, I've actually always wondered how it's linked up to the toilet. Because do you just link it up to the, to the wires and the thing on the back of the toilet?
Yeah, the water, you mean?
Yeah, the water.
Yeah, you link it up. Yeah, the water comes. You basically put it like instead of like having one single pipe, you put in like a T pipe, for example, and then it splits the water into 2 directions, and that's where the bidet pulls from. So you have to replace that part, and then you have to just plug it in. If you actually, my first one I had was like a little attachment. It wasn't a full toilet seat, and that one was cold water because it was coming straight. And there was no power involved.
Yeah,
it was all mechanical.
Yeah,
but my new one is powered.
I'm impressed by how the standard in Japan is that every bidet, like in the public toilets and the hotel toilets, it's there's always an option for warm water. Like it's usually hot by default. Which is,
yeah. Those ones are powered though, right? Like they're electric. But the bidet culture is amazing. I think it's because you have big toilet paper over in the U.S. It's $1 billion industry.
True.
So they're probably doing a lot of lobbying. They put it out that it's like weird to use it. It's not weird. It's so clean.
It's not weird. And then the paper over there in Asia, it's pretty thin, like really.
Yeah, because you're just drawing. You're not wiping. Like right now, let's say right now, dog, you spilled some shit on your arm. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go take some paper and rub it all over? No, you're gonna go wash it off. Like a normal person.
Just wash it and then.
Yeah, or like if when your hands are dirty, what do you do when your hands are dirty?
Yeah,
you
wash your hands.
Paper. You wash that shit, dog. Yeah. So yeah, very pro bidet. How do we get to this, Alan? We were talking about health. Yeah.
Yeah, my pee's been good, man. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, you've been having
in summary. Hydration.
That's a good summary. Stay hydrated out there.
Stay hydrated, or you're gonna be dehydrated, my friend.
Damn straight. Tell me more. So we're talking about health. We have a note here that we want to kind of get into the U.S. healthcare a little bit, Alan. I want to hear an update and
All right.
the experience you've gone through
So
regarding
me,
healthcare in the U.S. Yeah.
I'd say I'm a pretty healthy guy overall. I haven't been like gotten any medical surgeries or procedures or just like emergencies gotten done before. And so for me, through my work, I've gotten the high deductible plan usually, which means that for insurance, I pay less a month than the low deductible. But that means that in order to have insurance start covering things, I need to hit a higher price point first, paying that out of pocket. So I've always been a high deductible guy. And this year, I've been a bit more health conscious. And so I got my eyes checked up the other day. I got a kind of severe case of dry eye. And because my vision's been kind of blurry, especially when I look at computers nowadays, it just like over time, it just gets like blurry. Even though I have glasses on, it just feels like a headache. So I asked my doctor, like, yeah, you got dry eye, man. It kind of sucks, but yeah, you got it. So we got to prescribe to you some eye drops.
And so did this mean like dry eye? Because I guess for us, like, or for most people maybe who don't have dry eyes, like there's constantly water in your eyes or like liquid to help it, like to clean it and stuff.
Yeah,
like to
because
keep it hydrated.
yeah, because like down here underneath in your sockets, right, you produce oil there. And and water is important in order to negate the amount of oil that is produced so that your eyes stay cleaner. But because like for me, I have dry eye, which means that there's more oil buildup and I don't have as much liquid
and it affects
there.
your vision.
Yeah, affecting things like my vision, how I feel in my head, headaches, etc.
Yeah, because your vision can definitely affect headaches and stuff, right?
Yep.
If you have blurry vision, it can.
It means like your eyes need to focus on things more. And this is like if you're nearsighted, you can't see very far away, but you really try to focus, it puts a strain on your eyesight. So, yeah, so in order to combat dry eye, generally speaking, you get eye drops. You put artificial liquid into your eyes to help try to produce more tears. So I got prescribed some eye drops, and my insurance, or sorry, not my insurance, but my doctor was like, hey, we recommend these eye drops. By the way, your insurance doesn't cover them because they're out of network, but we recommend these ones for you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, thanks. They gave me a sample. I'm like, all right, cool. And then like a few days later, I checked my insurance claims and I saw the eye drop claim on there. So for 2 milliliters worth, which is a month's worth of supply, the claim was $750.
750 for 1 month.
For 1 month's worth of supply. And
that's crazy.
Seeing that number just like hit me like a truck of, oh my God. The fact that you have to like, that this is like a prescription that, okay, and maybe you don't need this particular brand, but the fact that this is prescribed to me and recommended to me means that I need to be paying like $700 a month to be maintaining this for my eyesight, which is kind of like paying rent on your own body.
Yeah, and that's like almost $9,000 a year, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Which is insane. That's insane. Like rent is like, double, triple that, and you're paying like a third or half of your rent in addition, kind of thing.
Yeah, dude.
And so like it hit me like a truck that because my insurance doesn't cover this, it becomes so expensive just to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And so of course like this goes back to the whole like, oh, healthcare, oh, thank God I had insurance. Well, actually insurance didn't really matter in this case except building up to my deductible, but it's the fact that it's so pricey just for like these eye drops. And maybe they take a lot to manufacture. I'm not really interested in the cost, but just the idea of things like paying this much for eye drops or paying like 20 grand for an emergency vehicle visit to the hospital, things like that. Just, oh my God, man.
What is your deductible? So one thing too, I'm curious. I'm actually not sure. Do pharmaceutical payments go towards that deductible? So that $750 that you bought it for, does that count towards your deductible? And I know when I had insurance, you had an in-network deductible and you had an out-of-network deductible. They were actually different numbers.
Yeah, according to my insurance, it's the same. Like this charge counted towards my in-network and my out-of-network.
Okay. And then how much was it? How high is your deductible?
My deductible is $2,000.
Yeah, so that's like, so you wouldn't actually be paying the $9,000 a year. You would hit that deductible then.
Yeah, so I'd hit that thing eventually, and
Yeah,
then insurance would start covering for some of the costs. So maybe it really
like
comes down to
90% or something. Yeah.
yeah, like 100 or I don't know, but it's just so surprising. So you know, yeah, when you get hit with the medical bill, and I'm sure like a lot of people they have way higher bills for maybe even more like simpler things. Like I can only
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah, this healthcare system is so fucked up.
Yeah, especially because it's like you have doctors who are advertise these medications and they're like kind of push like the opioid crisis was they were telling the doctors, hey, give everybody this stuff and then we can charge more money. It's a crazy system. I was also on a high deductible plan. I know for my insurance, that was a requirement to get an HSA account, which is like a tax advantage account.
Yep.
If you don't have the high deductible plan, you can't have an HSA. So I remember that was a big argument of why to do it. But even with that, I actually hit my deductible every year. I think mine
Nice.
was a little bit lower. It might have been 1,200, but every year actually, I always hit that because I've had health issues and stuff in the past.
Yeah,
Um,
and I haven't. I guess luckily I haven't hit it, but yeah,
yeah,
this year I've been more okay with visiting more to the doctor or
yeah,
whatever,
you should take advantage of it for sure.
just because of okay, it helps meet the deductible, and also because health has become more and more important for me.
It's one of the
Like,
most important things in life, dude. I think your health is so valuable, especially like in the U.S. where we're not the healthiest people. It's important we focus on it.
yeah, there's one word that gets thrown around a lot, which is health scare. People come back with health scares from like the doctors, and I kind of like internalize that meaning now, like a health
What? Yeah.
scare.
What do you mean?
It's like when you go to a doctor and kind of surprisingly they say that you're diagnosed with something that you weren't expecting. Oh, but I feel like I've been healthy, but I feel like I've been eating well, but I feel like I'm exercising regularly, but then you still get like life,
Yeah.
right? As the nature of your
You
body
you
getting
can't
older.
control it, dude. Yeah, that's just on being unlucky. You can have the best diet, best exercise, best sleep. That don't matter, dog. People still get cancer all the time. Like it's
Yeah.
just that's like the fucked up part is like it's purely luck based, but it costs people who have those problems more money because the insurance companies are so fucked.
Especially what hit me was that when they tested me for dry eye, they said, "Hey, the severeness of your case is like around 60%." And like this was the first time that
Mm,
I've heard of this. So I was like, "Oh, maybe I have like 10%, 20%, whatever." But it's like, "Oh, the fact that it's already 60%. Thank God I got checked now, instead of like maybe a year or two later where maybe it's like if I weren't on eye drops, maybe I'd be down the gutter kind of thing."
is it a fully like is it a treatable thing? Like is it
No, dry eye is
curable?
not reversible. You have to artificially
Okay.
mitigate it,
So
usually
you
with
just
eye
every day
drops
you're
or
taking eye drops.
yeah. Yeah. There are things like fish oil tablets that you could try, so I might try those as a cheaper alternative. But yeah, for the most part, dry eye is not like curable or
Hmm. There
reversible.
have to be like generic eye drops though, right? Like I'm sure the eye drop that you probably got like the BMW of eye
Yeah,
drops or
like the
something.
premium
We
premium.
we want that Toyota eye drop, dog. Yeah, they have to have generics. I know
Yeah.
that's a big thing in the medical industry.
Yeah, I
So
know I'm not going to be
hopefully there's
paying
a cheaper
700. I'm
one.
not going to continue paying 700 a month. Like even if my insurance
Yeah.
didn't cover it for whatever reason, I'm like, no, that's just
Yeah.
I don't
But
want that.
that's normal though. People, I mean, like I said, I every year always hit that out of pocket. I actually usually hit the out of pocket max or the deductible at least. So for me, I was just so normalized to that. Um, and you can always use that HSA account to pay for it if you really
Yeah,
need
I'm
to.
starting to use my HSA to pay for every medical expense.
Yeah, I that too. But some people say too you should keep it in there because it's like it's tax free growth I think and tax free withdrawals. So some people like they do the opposite, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the
Whatever.
benefit is that you're kind of supposed to use your HSA for like there shouldn't be a drawback because of the
Yeah.
benefits you get through an HSA. So,
Yeah, so I mean, so I'll talk a little bit about this too, because I worked for a big company. We had great insurance. When I quit my job, I kind of got on Medicaid because I had no income. So I'm on the New York City Medicaid program, and it's such a pain in the ass getting it set up.
mm,
You have like all my old doctors weren't in the network, which sucks because like I
yeah.
still go to them and I just pay the out of network cost, which I
Dang.
just saw the doctor. I got my yearly physical, and I think it wasn't that bad. It was like $100 to go see them because it still covers some of it. It's just not. if I went to an in-network person, it would be completely free for me. But it's worth it because I have a relationship. I like them. And
Yep.
if something like major happened, maybe that would probably be expensive, but nothing too crazy. But it's just it's fuck, dude.
So
Especially after you travel to some other countries where it's all figured out. Like even Canada, they got a great healthcare system that you don't have to worry about shit like this.
yeah. So when you're on your Medicaid, did it change how you approached different like medical visits or anything? Or you just went to them as scheduled as normal?
Oh yeah, I didn't go as often.
Okay, yeah.
I think like a big example was because first of all it's just more work. Um, but I also didn't. I went right before I quit my job, and I hit the 1 year mark. So I quit my job. Before that, I had gone and got my physical. So I hit the 1 year mark. I got another physical every year. I never had anything come up that was like that made me want to go see the doctor. Thank God.
Yeah, thank God, of
So I
course.
didn't
Yeah.
have to deal with it, right? But if something had come up, I probably would have just gone and paid that out of pocket fee. Luckily, the Medicaid did cover all my blood work and all that stuff. It was just the actual doctor visit that wasn't covered. But it's okay. I also one big bad thing I guess is I have to pay more for my medications. I have like $200 a month worth of meds I usually take,
Yeah.
so I have to pay for that out of pocket now. But
Darn.
it's okay. Like I can afford it. I kind of planned for this when I quit my job. It's all right.
Yeah, the system is kind of punishing you for not having a job by making you pay more, even though you don't
That
have a
dude, that's
job.
like I think that's the whole point of the U.S. system is to get you in that job, dog.
Get you in that
Like
job
the fact
market.
that health insurance is tied to work is crazy. It's so fucked up. I actually had a job interview today. Like I'm
Mm,
kind of looking right now. Like I don't need it financially, but I'm kind of. I mean, it'd be kind of something cool to do. It's a cool space, but it's like a startup company, and I was talking to them, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't enforce it, and like we won't ever tell you to work weekends and nights, but a lot of people here do." And I was like,
mm,
"Fuck, dog, that's a lot." But I think
mm.
that's pretty normal for startups. I think like these tech startups, it's kind of normalized to work a lot.
Right, because
So
you gotta get something out quicker, and you have more
yeah, less
autonomous.
people. Yeah, yeah. So we'll see.
There's a lot of high
But
impact you could be making, but yeah, would you be ready to sacrifice your time?
yeah, dude, today, like, cause I'm not working right now. I have like some side projects and stuff I do, and so I'm a little busy with that. But today I went to the gym this morning. On my way back from the gym, I just stopped in the park. It's a beautiful day in New York City today. It's what April 6th. Beautiful day. I sat in the park like an hour and just read my book. At like I went to the gym at like got to the gym like 10 a.m. Right? Read my book from like 11:30 to like 12:30 or something in the park and just was chilling.
You're just like
And
with the
I
nature,
came back to
man.
this interview, yeah, like it was beautiful, sunny. I had some sunscreen on, like it was awesome. And I come back and I had this interview, and this guy's telling me it's like, and you could just tell this dude was so tired. Like you could tell this guy works. And I had this interview, and he's just like talking to me. I'm like, I would have to be working this whole day. Like I woke up pretty early today, but I had a nice breakfast. I
Mm.
just took it nice and slow. I get to do this with you right now. It's like, fuck, that's such a sacrifice to work like so much, like 50, 60 hours a week. That's crazy. That's so much. Yeah.
When I give interviews at my company, and if it's scheduled towards the end of the day, I'm pretty checked out, and I think my criteria is like more lenient because like I'm not as focused on like getting all the nitty-gritty details of the interview,
Mm,
looking for those behaviors, which
makes
which might be
sense.
a bad thing because then it's like, oh, you should schedule my interviews earlier instead of later because
Mm, yeah.
but
I think there's like some studies on that. I think it probably varies by person, but I think it's like 10 a.m. to like 2 p.m. is probably your most productive, where you can focus really well. And that's why everyone drinks coffee too. Like the afternoon coffee, that's a big deal.
there's also like a thing of give it at work, give it your 100%, and it's like Monday 10%, Tuesday 20%, Wednesday 30%,
There we go. There we go.
Thursday 10%, or like 15, and then Friday is like 5% or something.
I have a crazy stat for you.
Yeah, what you got?
All right. I don't think you're gonna believe this, but I found out recently. I've been listening to more philosophy podcasts. I think I shared this with you, this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
On average, a U.S. citizen works more hours than a Japanese citizen. I want you to tell. This is true. I didn't think
This is true. Oh, this is the premise. This is true.
I want you to guess how many extra hours a year an average U.S. employee works compared to an average Japanese employee.
How many more?
How many more?
A year?
A year.
Can we do day? Maybe that's easier to reason about. Because for example, if you work like 10,000 hours in a year, and then like.
All right, I'll yeah. So Japanese people I think worked like 1,700 hours a year.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I guess my point is like maybe like how much percent? Like.
Yeah. Let me look at it again.
All right, let's.
And it's also like it might not be perfect because I think this is like what's officially reported. So maybe like in Japan you don't report it as much, but like statistically though, with the public data that's available, Americans work more hours. So, all right, let me find the percent. I think
they work 20% more hours.
The U.S. U.S. people do?
Yeah, that they work 20% more hours.
It's 12%.
12%. Oh, okay.
Very close though.
Thank God it's not 20.
Well, I thought that like dude, Japanese people are known for like fucking overworking, drinking a shit ton, and like having very high suicide rates based on like work stress. So I just assumed Japanese people work way more hours than the U.S. people.
So
on average, it's not true.
My thinking was that are we counting double jobs, like having two jobs?
It just says, I think the average U.S. worker logs 18,000 hours annually, and Japan is. 1,800 hours annually. In Japan is 1,600. That's the actual raw statistics. I don't know like where. I think it's from like Wikipedia, from like what like their publicly reported stuff.
Yeah.
So like maybe I could definitely see it where like Japan like people don't report it as much because maybe it's like more taboo and they don't officially report it. But that's the official result. So I think that's really interesting.
So 1,800 hours a year divided by 52 weeks, and then.
So I'm trying like the daily.
Yeah, that's like that's like 34 hours a week. That seems incorrect. 34 hours a week in the U.S. on average.
So 1,800 hours a week of work is the average.
1,800 hours a year.
1,800 hours of work a year.
Yeah, so that's 34 hours a year. That seems slow. Or
wait, what do you mean 34 hours a week?
34 hours a week that they're working.
Yeah, because of vacations.
Oh, so okay. Like, so maybe divided by like 40 or something.
Yeah, it comes out to 36 hours a week.
Sure.
But it counts for vacation time, right?
Okay. Okay, then yeah, 50 hours a week. Okay, yeah, 50 hours a week that they're working in the U.S.
No, the average. Wait, the average. You're talking about like the average weekly thing is 35 or 36 hours per week.
Yeah.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of vacation.
Because of vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So if you did like non-vacations, I think it says if you assume 4 weeks of holiday, it's 48 hours of work a week. So
gotcha. So it's divided by 48. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that number checks out.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting because I would never assume that.
I wouldn't assume that either. But I would assume that more people in the U.S. take two jobs instead of people in Japan.
I think it was done though by person. So I think it's like not. I think the way like every person reports it or something. I don't know how the data is collected.
Yeah, I mean it could also be by professions as well, because maybe if you compare like Japanese salarymen jobs, that might be more than U.S. like business techie jobs, but like for like retail or for customer service or something, that maybe the U.S. does work more.
I think also one of the most popular jobs in the U.S. is actually nursing. That's like the largest single job as a percentage, and I feel like nursing hours are a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting because it's just not what I assumed is data.
Yeah, 12% more. It's pretty surprising. Like if it was 2 or 3% more, maybe you could say, oh, there are more people in the U.S., so that potentially affects things. But 12% is pretty significant. IMO.
They talk about like culture because like we are very. It's like everybody like we're defined in the U.S. I feel like by our job. Like it's very important to us, and then it's also because there's no federal mandate to take time off. Like McDonald's doesn't give like they don't. legally have to give employees where in Japan, I guess Japan actually has pretty intense like work laws. I think it's just that like a lot of stuff goes underreported. But there are like work laws where like they have to give off like a certain amount of time for employees and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought that was like really interesting. And as I've been looking for a job, thinking about this, you should have like these startup companies where they're just work, and it's kind of scary and terrifying. So it's very different.
You
with,
have
like,
high
European
potential
companies.
for pay, but at the end of the day, yeah, I guess you gotta evaluate your personal.
Well, then you talk about
life
health, dog. Health is so
and
important.
health.
And like if you look at these startup people, they're probably so stressed out. I love that picture of Obama. Did you ever see Obama before and after his first term?
Yeah. As I'm getting more gray hairs, I'm like,
Are you graying?
Nah, I mean, not really. Not, I mean, yeah, maybe
You
like,
getting them grays out?
maybe like some here, but no. Actually, I was looking at my past photos. Yeah, this year is the year that I've been getting grays. So it's just another point of data. It's just the data point.
Data.
We love
We
data.
spoke about healthcare a little bit. Anything else about healthcare that's crazy? I mean, that's why we got Luigi out here, dog. People are pissed.
Hey, the Mario movie. Hey, where's the Luigi Mangione movie?
That's right. Where's the Luigi movie at, dude?
The documentary.
I want to look it up too. What his case status is like right now.
You think he'll get out free?
No, there's no way. I mean, dude, there's literally a video. He's assumed. What? How do they say it again? It's like even though we see a video of
he's apprehended. He's apprehended to be
the accused,
alleged.
Like,
the alleged.
Alleged. That's what it is.
Alleged.
Allegedly, he allegedly shot that guy. We all saw the video. We all saw the video of point blank shooting somebody, but he's still like allegedly. No, I don't think he's gonna get out.
Yeah, maybe they caught a different
I
guy.
do think though that like it's gonna create. It's just something that people think about. Everyone knows about it. But no, okay. It says his federal trial was delayed till October 2026. So there's a lot of time. I mean, that's 6 months away still.
Yeah, he's just gonna like not age at all. Like time stands still for him.
Damn, dude. I remember he was wearing he wore this like red Nordstrom sweater to one of his hearings when it first happened. The next day they sold out of that red sweater. He's an icon. It'd be really funny. What do you think would happen if he wasn't attractive?
No, I think people wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, genuinely. No,
I
genuinely.
think you're right. I think people would still care, but just not.
Like,
like
he's
now.
memed on social media because of how attractive he is.
Yeah, and also like I saw people like waiting outside like with their signs. Like I think
It's just another like kind of unfortunate example of how like if you do it and you're pretty, it's fine. If you're ugly and you do it, it's creepy.
Yeah, pretty privileged.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. I would have supported it if it was ugly too. If he was ugly, I like to hope
True.
I would. Damn.
Who knows, man? I mean, maybe if he was black or if he was like Hispanic or something. Who
true.
knows? Well, I
I'm surprised you haven't done anything after that eye drop claim, dog. I thought you saw it $700 for eye drop. Give me my fucking Glock.
Hey, yet.
$700 for the eye drop. That's crazy.
Yet.
Mm.
Yeah,
Cool. Anything else you want to get on then? Well, we talk about healthcare. We talk about the job stuff.
Oh, I guess like as a
got
quick
few
follow up on because remember we talked about Chainsaw Man, the second to last chapter,
Oh,
like in
was that
the
one that told
controversy.
people?
Yeah. And then so the actual last chapter came out like 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
shit.
Like it was actually the last chapter. No April Fools, by the way. And bro, that stuff was like the funniest shit I've seen ever, man. I was reading that
Really?
chapter just laughing my ass off throughout. Like, this is the ending. Yup.
Wow, why? What was so funny about it? If you without spoiling it,
Basically, he
guess,
just
is that
like
possible.
okay,
Tell
so
us?
so
Yeah.
maybe there are like 10 plot lines, like 10 different plot threads that we try to resolve. He resolved maybe like 2 or 3 of them, and everything else just like said, nah, I'm not even gonna address them. just whatever.
Oh,
Just
that's awesome.
Whatever.
I know the last one.
Yeah. So like if you like go to the wiki page for the Chainsaw Man and you like search up events like, oh, the prophecy, like this foreshadowed event, that's never gonna be updated ever again.
Wow.
We'll never know what will happen to these things. The mysterious person that did this, we'll never know who that was. Just like shit like that.
I like that. You have
It's
to
so
imagine
funny, man. And then we have like this meme that's generated where like this girl in the story, she's like, oh, thank you, Chainsaw Man. And then like the main character, he's like, what? Chainsaw Man? And then she's like, oh, well, it's because you used a chainsaw. And he goes, oh yeah, right, I guess.
Oh, he finally knows his name now?
Yeah, and then that's like been memed through like every show where it's like My Hero Academia. It's like, oh, thank you, My Hero Academia Man. What? Because you're a hero in the academia. It's like, oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
That's just so funny.
Why did that shit, like, why did the guy, was it like did he just decide, hey, I'm done?
Yeah,
it
I
was
think
like
so.
very abrupt?
Yeah, supposedly.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, like, is there not a culture of like selling it to a studio or selling it to another person?
Yeah, or maybe having his editor finish
Yeah,
the
or have
story
somebody
or
else pick
something.
it up.
I
Does
think-
that ever happen with manga? Or is it very like the individual?
No,
like,
not really.
writer?
Not that I've seen. Maybe not mainstream, but
That's so different. I feel like in the US it's all about like maximizing that shit and just trying to get as much money as possible and like bleeding it dry. So you keep having other people produce the same movie, like with all the Spider-Man movies and stuff.
yeah. So for example, Naruto, right? Kishimoto. So after he finished Naruto, then for Boruto, he handed off the writing to someone else, but he still like oversaw the project. So he was still involved. Yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, that was the conclusion of Chainsaw Man. Thank you, Chainsaw Man.
I kind of like that though. I like that it's a little bit different. It's fun.
It was very entertaining, but it is kind of sad, like that.
Yeah.
This was the conclusion.
But I imagine the fan fiction scene will probably be pretty big. Like somebody will go out and probably write some fan fiction.
I think fan fiction already exists. They're the theories that get posted every week when a new chapter comes out. So that's the fan fiction. So yeah.
Cool, man.
Sweet, man.
I feel like I should read a manga. I probably have never really gotten into it. Are you going to read Free Rent now that it's over?
I think
I saw it at the local
liked
bookstore.
Yeah, I think I.
Yeah, you gonna pick it up?
Yeah. Yeah. Read it with me. We could talk about it.
Is there? They probably have an English version, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just, I've been reading like this fantasy book series, and I'm about to finish the third book out of like 7. I probably want to finish reading that, but they're pretty thick. Like each one's like 1,000 pages. So like for me, that's enough fantasy.
Yeah, maybe I could ask you next time about that. But yeah, I'm kind of.
Dude, highly recommend. I can lend you the first book if you want. I'll be back in Seattle. We'll be in person for the podcast in a month. I'll be back in May.
Bet. Oh wait, share the series that you're reading with the audience.
Oh, it's called the Stormlight Archive.
The Stormlight Archives.
Yeah, it's by Brendan Sanderson, I believe. Cool. But super good. It's kind of like Game of Thrones, like a huge world building. There's a word for it, an epic fantasy.
An epic fantasy.
Probably
draws some
Apple
elements.
TV. Yeah, there's an Apple TV series that's being developed based on it. They finally got the budget approval, so I'm very hyped. Hopefully, it can be like Game of Thrones level. At least for the first few seasons.
Cool. Yeah, if I ever pick it up, then yeah, we can discuss our thoughts.
We'll chat it. Cool. Any other final thoughts, Alan? We'll wrap it up.
Take care of your eyes. Take care of your health.
Take care of your health.
Take care of yourself.
Prevention is cheaper.
Prevention is the best way to
handle it when it becomes a problem. Yeah.
Because when it's a problem, it's irreversible.
Yeah. And you're gonna stop flowing, and not here. We want to keep on flowing with time.
Yep. And hey, you need time to think and prevent things.
Yeah, time's very important for him. All right. We'll sign off for the Water and Time podcast. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Later.